So now here you can see that if the instruction register has the value LR, then in that case we are going to create a string in which we are going to pass as an argument IR, right? And I'm going to store the number with substring, right? And I'm going to initialize the register. Here you can see my register would be initialized, and my register would be initialized with the memory location that we get through the variable number, right? So just to be precise, this IR would return us some value which would be a number which would be pointing to a memory location that we require to get the data, because we know that in IR, in IR0 and IR1 there is LR, but what are IR2 and IR3? So IR2 and IR3 are going to point towards the memory location, right? That's why we have written the begin index here. So begin index would be, suppose I have example, as an example I would consider LR10. So in this case I know that IR0 is L, IR1 is R, IR2 is going to be 1 and IR3 is going to be 0. So just by passing begin index, I would get 10. And this 10 is converted into into integer. And this integer is going to be used to access the memory location. And this the data of this memory location will be stored in our register. Similar to this, if I have store register as an instruction, in that case the completely opposite will be done. In this case, I'm going to take the data of the registers and store it into a particular memory location. Similar to this, we can see all the instructions are there, right? We can see here we have get data, put data. These are the most important instructions here, because if we get encountered with the get data uh, instructions, instruction, we are reinitializing our SI to 1 and we are calling master mode. If it is PD, that is put data, in that case we are reinitializing it to 2 and again calling master mode. Else, if there is halt, then in that case SI is going to be 3, that is terminating condition, and we are going to call master mode. So let's see what is master mode. In master mode, we are checking if we have to perform read operation, write operation, or we have to terminate our code, right? So if get data is there, we have to read data. If put data is there, we have to write data. If terminate is there, means halt is there, we have to terminate. So I hope the scenario is clear. What is scenario? I'm reading the data from the input file. If the input file has a program card, then we would initialize all the values. But if the data card is encountered, in that case, we are going to check the instructions, right? In we are going to check the instructions, and if the instructions are so, in that case, what we would do is we would perform the particular operations. In case of get data, we are going to read the data. In case of put data, we are going to write the data. In case of halt, we are going to terminate. Let's see what's there in read, write, and terminate. So you can see here the read function is there. Flag is 0, IR3 is 0, string line IR3, IR. So let's see what it does. So we know that we are going to read data, right? So for reading data, we know that the data must exist already. So what we are doing here is, again, as we have seen already, that by passing 2, we are avoiding the first two indexes which contains the instruction. We are directly accessing the memory location. And by directly accessing the memory location, here you can see we are just reading a line, fread dot read line, and after reading a line we are converting it into the character array so that it can be accessed through indexing rather than char function. And after storing the array, character array into buffer, we are going to